Hey everyone, I'm Coach Hannah, and today I'm going to be talking to you guys about some exercises and some tips that you guys can do to help prevent or treat Achilles pain from running. All right, so the main cause of Achilles pain, especially in runners, is usually due to weak calf muscles. So it is especially important before your runs to do a proper warm-up where you are stretching the calves, and it is also equally as important to strengthen the calves. So when you before your runs, I'd recommend doing a light 5 to 10 minute warm-up, making sure you do dynamic stretches for all of those main muscle groups in the legs, like the quads, hamstrings, glutes, and most importantly the calves. That's going to help prevent that Achilles pain, and it will also help prevent that shin splint pain. As you can see from my last video, I talked about that as well. In your running warm-up, if you want to help stretch of the calves, I'd recommend doing a standing calf stretch where you'll basically just lean against the wall, and you're going to keep your heel on the ground and bring your toes elevated up onto the wall, and then you're just going to lean forward and stretch those calves. Now, two of the best exercises that you can do to help strengthen your calves, which is going to in turn strengthen your Achilles, is doing an eccentric heel drop. This is very similar to a calf raise. So the eccentric heel drop, you're basically going to be either standing up, or you'll either be standing on a flat ground or you'll be standing on a box. But this one's a little bit easier to do standing on a box because you can get more range of motion. So you're gonna stand with both feet on the box. You can either do single or double leg. But to get the best out of it, I recommend doing single leg. So whichever leg you're feeling that Achilles pain, you're going to have that one on the ground, and then the other leg is going to be elevated in the air. And you're basically going to raise all the way up, raise those heels off the ground like you're doing a calf raise. I'll also put a video of this on the screen here. But yeah, you're going to raise your heels up just like if you're doing a calf raise, and then you're going to slowly, eccentrically go back down. So 3 slow counts down, and you're going to go until you're even farther down below that box to get that range of motion, and then you'll go just normal pace back up. I recommend doing that 2 or 3 sets for about 10 to 15 times per day, or at least before or after your runs. It's really going to help to strengthen those calves. And another thing that's great for the Achilles is to do those calf raises. Really similar to the eccentric heel drop, except instead of an eccentric movement, you're just gonna have those legs or have those feet flat on the ground, and then you're just gonna raise all the way up, your heels off the ground, and then all the way back down, back and forth. And you can do both of those, or you can do both feet at the same time for 20 reps, about 2 or 3 sets per day. All right, so another great exercise to help strengthen the calves, which are going to strengthen the Achilles, is to do toe walks. So what you're going to do for toe walks is you're going to stand upright, and you're just going to walk on your tiptoes for about 30 to 45 seconds down and back. And you'll do a couple sets of those each day or every other day. That exercise is great for strengthening the Achilles, and it helps build endurance in the calf muscles and in your feet. And so yeah, like some things I've said in my previous videos, is the best way to get rid of pain in a certain area. Usually that pain is caused by weakness in other areas. So if you have Achilles pain, most likely it's caused due to tight calf muscles. So that's why it's best to do these exercises to help strengthen the calves. All right, so another thing that you guys can do to help prevent that Achilles pain is to progress slowly. So if you're doing really high mileage weeks, training for a race, it's important to not increase your mileage by more than 10% in 1 week. That's kind of the 10% rule. If you do gradually increase your total mileage of your runs or your intensity, that can put strain on that Achilles tendon. Another tip that I have for you guys is to make sure you're wearing supportive running shoes. This one is super important. There are a lot of people that I know personally who have frequently either get knee, shin, or Achilles pain with their runs because they're not wearing proper enough running shoes. So make sure that you have a shoe that is perfect for your specific running gait and how your foot strikes the ground when you're running. And make sure that you guys are switching out your running shoes every 300 to 500 miles so that you keep that protective cushion in the shoe that helps absorb the force from running. Also, if you still want to continue running, even though you've gotten some Achilles pain, I'd recommend getting either some new inserts or some inserts that have a thicker heel, a heel that's thicker than the rest of the insert. That's going to help lighten some of the strain on your Achilles when you're running. Another tip I have that is very important for preventing that Achilles pain is doing cross training. So making sure you're not running every day, doing at least a couple workouts a week, like biking or swimming or the elliptical at the gym. That is low impact and is gonna give your Achilles a bit of a rest from that force from running. All right, so the last tip that I have for you guys is rest and recovery. This one is very important. If you guys have started to notice some Achilles pain on your runs that's becoming more frequent, recommend definitely taking some time off to rest or making sure you're really recovering after your runs, icing and foam rolling and stuff like that. That's gonna help you tackle the Achilles pain early and help prevent that Achilles pain from turning into a more chronic issue. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I hope you guys use some of these tips and exercises to help get rid of your Achilles pain or prevent it from even occurring. So I'm Coach Hannah, a fitness trainer with a degree in kinesiology. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video, and as always, chase those fitness goals.